check with a mic 1, 2. How are we doing?
Well, we're gonna have some fucking. We're gonna have a fucking chopper in a minute.
Yeah, yeah. It's always a bit of a thing, mate, when you put it in there, and unfortunately, you call the emergency services when you didn't mean to. So we're in the Woodland. I'm here with Passion Monroe, and we got coffees. Wicked.
Fucking hell! Look at
Look
that.
at this, Matt. You're a fucking
Thank you.
legend. Cheers, mate.
Look at that.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. So Pash has been invited down to the Woodland on a Veteran Day, and just to check it out. And
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
catch up with the lads. What you think from the setup?
You can see that it's not been an overnight. You can see there's
Yeah.
time and effort gone into it, and it's a safe place.
Yeah,
It needs to be a safe place.
it's got to
doesn't
be.
it?
Yeah, it's gotta
Wherever you're gonna set the place up, it needs a newcomer to come in and feel comfortable.
be. Yeah, you know what? That's massively important.
Because everything else won't work.
And if
they'll turn
no,
back.
it won't.
They'll
100%,
go.
mate.
They'll
So
go.
if somebody turns up and the minute they feel uncomfortable, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. So yeah, that's really, because obviously I've been doing this for a long time, so having some fresh eyes on it, it's really,
Yeah.
really important for me to hear these bits of feedback.
And it was nice. It was also nice the fact that you didn't meet me here,
Yeah,
and I was brought in by the other guys, and they made me feel welcome as well, without knowing me.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
that's what we need to do, because we need to make new friendships with the same meaning.
yes,
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're all here for a reason, but it doesn't matter who you are.
no. Matt, sort of for the last 18 months, prior to the Veteran Project, because that's pretty recent, but the Woodland Project is sort of like been going, I've been doing stuff here for 7 years, but the Woodland Project started about 2 years ago. Matt's actually the Woodland Project manager, because I realised that there's a point in running a community interest company and not for profit where I can't do everything, I can't be everywhere, and you can't put that pressure on yourself either. So you've got to invest time and build trust and build good relationships, and obviously give that level of responsibility. Oh, Matt's a legend, mate. I mean, he's just brought us.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Right, each,
Oh,
isn't he?
didn't even ask for one.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's really important. Setting the scene, the environment.
It is. It's the environment.
The environment.
Yeah. And you're not looked at here either. So you can walk down there, and you're not walking into something. You know, that helps for the fact that it's as you go, you're not even in that space yet, and you're walking into it without looking around and fearing any kind of unnormal things.
Yeah, I guess that you're not going to feel
your
self-conscious.
mind's calming.
You're not feeling self-conscious,
Yeah,
are
yeah.
you?
No,
And it's
no.
a calm environment, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Your green space, no straight lines in nature,
Yeah.
etc., and all that, all that cool stuff.
And you've got that before you get to it.
I think the green space in a woodland, I don't think there's a better setting.
No, and like we're pretty much the same age.
Yeah.
So when we grew up, we was in here. This
Yeah.
was our safe places to run around, cowboys, Indians, flipping. Are we allowed to say that now? But
You are.
but pissing around in there.
Yeah.
We'd be here for hours and hours and
Yeah.
hours until somehow you found your way out and back home.
Exactly. Yeah. And that,
So you go back to your roots.
and then there's that sort of that mini adventure thing where you don't know what you're walking into, but there's a familiarity with trees.
Yeah.
There's a massive connection. I mean,
Yeah.
even if we just listen to the breeze,
Calm.
it's super calm, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember as a kid as well, we'd go out on a Saturday and camp in a wood and just put the fire on and sit.
Yeah. Caveman TV.
So much fun, The headless horseman's going to come over in a minute, you know what I mean? All that
Stories,
kind of, yeah.
all the stories, and with the time, and we were talking about this earlier, and because ultimately both of us want to support veterans, don't we?
Yeah.
And there's a real deficit in reaching a certain age group.
Yes.
That's the biggest issue at the minute.
It
You know,
is.
the old RBL and all, they're all getting older, and they are. I mean, you've been approached
Yeah.
to support it, and
Absolutely.
there's that gap.
Yeah. And it's the unknown of them people. If they knew there was something that had put them in a comfortable place,
Yeah.
it's just getting them to look at it's available.
Getting them in for the first
Some
time.
knowledge.
Yeah. First and foremost, 100%. If they don't know what's on offer, how are they ever going to get to it, right? Second thing for me is making sure that the first time, like you said earlier, and that was massively poignant, the first time that they walk in, it's a good experience.
Yeah.
And, you know, there's that non-judgmental element.
Yeah.
There's that welcoming
Yeah.
element.
Yeah. I don't know who you are, but I like you.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
that's all of
Yeah.
a sudden your barriers have gone down.
Yeah.
Because we all have barriers when we're first moving into or going into something strange that we've never been. The barrier's up straight away. But
Yeah.
if you're met with someone without the barrier,
Yeah.
then yours will drop.
I think that's really important, mate, because like one of the big barriers to getting support, right? First and foremost, trust. When because you know, if our mental health has took a hit, trust has been gone.
The barrier's gone as
So as an individual,
you're scared to let anyone in.
yeah, you literally don't want to let anyone in. That's definitely important. The second is the stigma, really, of asking for help.
Yeah, yeah. We've still got that mindset that we're not men
If we ask for help.
if we ask for
yeah,
help.
that's bullshit. Isn't
And we're not tough. We need to get rid of this. You have to be tough to be a man. You don't have to be tough to be a man. You can be weak as a man. It doesn't matter.
it? No, it doesn't matter because you're never going to go through your life always being on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just
You're
not.
You're too vulnerable. We're too vulnerable.
So some of the things I've learned with my projects are when people join the project, they're not there for me to support them. They're part of it.
They're in it.
From day one, mate,
in it.
I am expecting them to support everybody else as
Yeah.
well.
They're coming
they're
with.
part of it.
Yeah, they're coming with something that they're offering. They're offering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you
Because
even
one of them people in that group haven't got what.
100%.
But we just need to find out what it is. That's all it is.
100%.
And that's how we do it. We talk.
Yeah.
Oh, I can do that. Oh, I see flipping that now.
So the veteran
That's it.
spaces, and again, something we talked about before we flicked the camera on. When we were serving, no phones. So we don't really have the phones up down here. And we'd be sat around on the European Weight trip, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
And that's when we got to talk. You never got to choose who you were next to.
No.
And you would just chat, because what else could you do? I mean,
Absolutely.
every now and then you'd have a book.
Yeah.
Some lads had books.
And, you know, in the 90s, we was on exercise.
Yeah.
And them exercises were long.
Yeah, they
And
were.
what else were you meant to do? The only thing you'd be doing that day is probably a sentry or cooking
Yeah.
your food or making a drink. That's
Yeah.
it. That is it.
Yeah. It is, isn't
Or
it?
you get together and talk.
Yeah, and I wanted to emulate that space, and I realised that it was that space that got this deep social connection. That's why I feel some of the guys I serve with are fucking gonna love them forever, mate, because we just know each other.
That's it. Inside
So
and out.
deeply.
And you let it go because that barrier's gone.
Yeah.
And all your, quote, secrets, you don't mind saying it.
No.
Because you trust the person you're talking to.
So the vulnerability of being weak is the stigma attached to asking for help. However, and this is something I've kind of learned through the last sort of 7 years of working in working with people with mental health issues, and that is, you cannot be courageous without showing vulnerability. Right? And we're talking we're not talking about storming and fucking gun pose. We're talking about emotional vulnerability. And I think when you realise that, and when you start sharing your vulnerabilities, everybody, they don't mind sharing theirs. And I'm not talking about sitting in a circle and everyone talking about all the worst things that are going
It's
on.
been not prepared.
Yeah.
And someone starting to talk.
Yeah.
Because you don't know where it's gone. It's not planned. It's not rehearsed.
Yeah.
and all of a sudden you're digging in the weeds and thinking, fucking I ain't spoke about this for forever,
Yeah.
or I've never been able to open up in front of anybody else about it. You know, when we're driving, we get these thoughts, and we don't move them forward.
Yeah, they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, they just come out again.
Yeah.
And you get to the destination. Whereas here, you're in the destination,
Yeah.
and it can roll. You can roll it back out, and then you can get feedback. And then you can get someone. I've done that before. I've
Yeah.
been there. How did you get out of that, or what did you do to improve that? And you know that'll get bounced around, and then we'll learn from that. We'll educate ourselves. So when we're in them positions again,
Yeah.
we can say, oh fucking hell, I remember that guy. This is how he got out of it. You know, this is what happened to him. I'll use that.
It's that shared experience
Yeah.
that's the power, and that
And
community.
it's free.
Yeah, it is
It's
free.
free.
Yeah, it's free.
We just need to do it.
Yeah, just need the space,
Yeah.
someone to facilitate it, and that's that really.
Yeah.
One of the things that sticks out with me is one of the nights we were here. One of the guys was started talking about struggling in the relationship, right? And yeah, you know, show me someone that's not.
It's
But one of the young lads,
Yeah.
Pash, one of the young lads, because there was 3 or 4 of us talked about past struggles and blah blah blah, and he was blown away. He's like, I didn't realise everybody had
Goes through
these-
that.
Everybody. He says I didn't realise everybody.
just
I'm
because
like,
you're
"We
in
do,
a
mate."
relationship, doesn't matter. It doesn't mean actually that it's good.
No,
And it doesn't mean you've got to work. You've got to work for these relationships. You've got to,
Absolutely.
if you want to be in it, you've got to work for it to keep it.
yeah, you have communication.
And the other person, you've got to want the other person to still like and love you,
Yeah,
because that can fade.
yeah.
And
absolutely.
when it fades, it's even harder to fucking hook it back on and pull it in.
Yeah, 100%.
Once it goes, it could be a cliff.
When there's trouble at mill, as one of my old mates used to say, like trouble in the relationship, everything suffers. Everything, you work,
Yeah.
and especially if you're in a family unit. And what I've learned is, the better we are at understanding conflict, and the better we are at communicating.
Admitting
Yeah.
we don't admit
Ownership.
it as well.
Yeah, and
we
controlling the
don't.
controllable
Yeah.
stuff that we were chatting about with the lads earlier.
Yeah, because you know we know in these relationships we know each other's vulnerabilities, but sometimes you can poke them as a bit of a fun just to get one back,
Yeah.
and then that's when it'll fucking spire because I fancy fucking hurting them today. Why are we doing that?
We
Why are
lash
doing
out.
that?
We lash out when
Yeah.
we're unhappy, don't we?
Yeah, why?
Yeah.
Why would I want to? I actually love that person. Why would I want to hurt her?
Yeah.
You know, and then you're in that little smog, and all of a sudden, it's not just that confrontation, it's you doing it in front of the rest of the family,
Yeah.
and you've been so negative to them, and are they thinking,
Call it point scoring, don't they?
yeah, and do you want your kids doing what you're doing in their relationships?
Kids watch you grow up.
Yeah, you're
Kids
teaching
watch
them
you
the
grow
wrong
up.
things here.
Yeah. It's that they learn from you, don't
Yeah,
they?
they think
learn
that's-
behaviour.
They think
That's
it.
normal for them.
Yeah,
So if you
yeah.
grow up in that,
Yeah.
there's so many reasons for us to continue to move forward with working with veterans for obvious reasons. But we've both got
We've been invested in it.
lived experience. Very different, obviously, but ultimately, I think everybody who's going through a level of emotional trauma, we're all going through the same feelings and emotions. What I believe we struggle with is language to express and
How to-
understand. Emotional literacy.
Yeah, how to get that point across,
Yeah,
your point
yeah,
in your way of communicating that,
yeah.
because we all communicate differently.
So there's a massive part for education, like emotional education, to do that. And yeah, that forms a massive part of it for me as well, Pash. Like having, with the educational background I've got now, because my career post the military is far bigger. You know, I've got 3 times as much time. Like, so 7 years in the military, and and about 24 years in education. So like I'm more of an educational person than I am a military guy. Obviously, you're never going to forget your formative years and the stuff that happened. And the beauty of it for me is the language, learning the language, sharing the strategies and the techniques.
Understanding it.
Yeah, to understand stress management and managing expectations and taking ownership and controlling the controllable and all the great, all the great stuff that we've been talking about this morning. So I think this setting,
Yeah.
an outdoor setting for veterans, is the right setting around the fire pit, good food, good people.
But it's to give the person the big stop. Outside stopped.
Yeah,
All that shit, leave it at the fucking car park.
breaking a cycle
It's gone.
as well.
It's gone. All that mush that you've been worried you didn't even sleep last night because of stuff, work, relationships, finances. This particular time, that's gone.
Yeah.
Let's get back in here, get back to where it's all started,
Yeah.
and start building the foundation. This is the foundation where we can start again and build it and learn from each other.
Without a doubt.
And put your hand up and say, I'm fucking struggling here, mate. Why are you struggling? Well, X, Y, and Z. Well, we all do that, and this is how we've done it.
Yeah.
This is how we've got around it. You just take bits of that. You don't need to take all of it from him.
Yeah.
You just listen and listen and listen, and then when you are in them situations, I'm going to fucking use that little bit of advice or that bit, someone else's knowledge. I'm going to steal that bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
But so what? So what?
Look,
what's.
everything's been done before, right? Everything.
You don't.
Everything's been done before.
Well, yeah.
There's no shame in asking for help. There should be no guilt in using somebody else's techniques or strategies. I mean,
No.
we are in what would appear to be a mental health crisis. Is it changing?
I don't think it. When you say that, the mental health crisis, I think we've always been in it, but
Yeah.
we've acknowledged it.
More aware now.
That's it. We've acknowledged. We see. We can see people in it, and because we're educating, we can feel ourselves. I'm moving down towards my little pit of fucking shit.
The trench.
Yeah, well, I'm
Getting
moving
in your
towards
trench.
that.
Yeah.
And if I get in that, I'm fucked.
Yeah. Because it's
Because that timeline and admittance and all them kind of things, to get out of that is going to be a fucking black hole.
that black hole you talk about. So there's a thing called the guilt and shame spiral, right? So we feel guilty for something that we've done or that's happened or we had some part in. And let's be brutally honest, right? You only see what you see. That inner critic, if you talk about it, somebody who was at an incident would say, no, you didn't get a fucking choice, mate. This happened. So even if you never talk about it, you'll never get that perspective. But let's just say that inner critic's beating you. That guilt, it's beating you with guilt. So what do we do? What a lot of lads do is use negative coping mechanisms, and I've done it. I did it in the past. Drinking, drugs, that sort of, all the shit we know is bad for us.
Yeah.
That then, you wake up the next day, or what did I do last night? There's your shame. You get your guilt makes you do. The guilt doesn't make you, but the guilt leans you to do all that you know. So if you don't know anything, any positive coping mechanisms, you go basically to what you used to, right?
I'll have another drink.
Yeah, and then the next day you feel ashamed, then you feel guilty. That guilt and shame spiral, that's the thing that we need to break. And it's only through community support, I think, and education. That's what other way is there out of it? So when I set the project up, right, in 2019, I definitely knew that I was focusing on raising participation in good mental health practices, not raising awareness. And even back then, 2019, the awareness was not like it is now, but I have always been raising participation. And what does that look like? Being involved. If we can talk about it, we can fix it. If we can measure it, we can manage it. And we are stronger together. We just are, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So
it is the buddy system.
Yeah.
It's
It absolutely is, mate.
Week one, the buddy
Absolutely
system.
is. Yeah. So you're working up Scunthorpe Way at the minute, yeah?
Yeah.
And you're looking at building something up.
Yeah, so I've just joined the North Lincolnshire Armed Forces Hub to be to make a peer support group of our generation.
Yeah.
getting together and doing this, getting together, having a chat, shooting the shit,
Yeah.
being comfortable and supporting each other.
So lads of our age have seen conflicts from Northern Ireland through
Kosovos,
yeah,
Bosnias,
Iraq,
and then Iraq, and then 20 years of Afghan.
Afghan.
Mm.
So they're the
So-
veterans that seem to be slipping through the nets or not really getting
Or
engaged,
not knocking
not
on
being
the door.
engaged.
If they're not knocking.
Yeah. So for me as well in this project, because it is hard to get these guys out. I think the point that you made right at the start of the discussion was they need to know more about it, and that's obviously why we're having this chat, to create that content, to share more about what it's about.
Yeah.
So it's an easier step into, because
Yep.
barriers to engaging in what we do is A, not knowing it exists, B, not knowing what it's about, and then I guess C, what's the C?
What's the value for you? What is the
Yeah.
what is the value for the person who is
Yeah.
wanting
What-
to do that step?
Yeah.
What are they going to get out of it? Well, you're going to get out of a community that we're going to hug each other and get round each other.
100%, mate.
You know.
Where we're allowed to get emotional.
Yeah.
We're allowed to be emotional, because like when we suppress it, it
And
goes
I put
somewhere.
my hand up. I'm fucking hanging out. Why are you hanging out?
Yeah.
This. Well, have you ever thought about this way? Have you ever thought about that? You know, there's more minds in that group who've potentially gone through them situations, knowledge, you know, and then passing that on to fragile people.
Yeah. People who need that.
Yeah.
Need that support at that
But
point.
it is the person who is in that vulnerable state to take the step, because we can do this as much as we, you know, as much as we want, but it's that person saying, right, I'm gonna fucking, when's the next group? Right, I'm gonna knock on that door.
Yeah.
Can I come in, please?
Yeah.
The door's open.
Yeah.
You don't even have to knock. You just step in
Just
there
turn
and
up.
you're in it.
Yeah.
What can we do?
And know
What
and
can I
know
do
from
to
day one that you are valued. You
Yeah.
might not be in a position where you feel
Yeah.
you can offer value,
Yeah.
but at some point you are valued.
And tell me how can I support you?
It's interesting when we sit down and we have a good old chat about what we're trying to achieve, why we're trying to achieve it, and how we're going to achieve it. So what we're trying to achieve is literally what we add,
Yeah.
the support we add.
Absolutely, and for people to have a better way of life.
Yeah. Why?
Why are you
Why would we
miserable?
not want a
Yeah,
stronger
why wouldn't
community?
you to be happier?
Yeah.
Why?
It benefits me to have strong people around me, and if it takes me to share my most fucking vulnerable points of my life, you know,
Yeah.
when I bottomed out, when I weren't fucking happy with myself, when I hated myself, I don't mind saying that I did. When I was causing,
Embarrassed.
oh what? Yeah, and I'm past that point where I can talk about it because it's human behaviour, right? We can't bottle it up. That my why is strong. I want to continue to help people become strong and maintain that strength to support others. Stronger together, always stronger together. And like it drives me because we are human beings. We're tribal, mate.
And we want to achieve.
We want everyone in the tribe to be
Yeah,
strong.
yeah.
It makes us feel safer. And why wouldn't we do that? So how are we going to do it? What I've set up works. I'd like more people to get involved in what's happening in the Midlands. By the same token, what you're setting up back up Scunthorpe, this model works.
Yeah.
This model works. It's literally just about sharing good practice, supporting one another.
And making sure these people feel as if they can trust you. It's the trust, isn't it?
The
It's
trust the
bond.
biggest thing.
You know,
The trust the
can
biggest
I
thing.
can I go in there and I'm not laughed at, or they're not going to take the piss out of me?
That, for me, is one of the reasons I didn't get involved in the things like RBL. And let's be honest, why aren't lads our age?
You know,
And obviously, you know, we could look, I guess, guys at least 10, maybe 15 years younger than us.
Yeah.
They would have, they're Afghan vets, yeah? So, why they're not getting involved? Because I guess it's not speaking to them. That model's not speaking to them.
No. and they don't necessarily know where the go-to is.
I don't want to turn up in a pub. I'm done with drinking. I've done with drinking years back. You can't be. I didn't have the emotional capacity.
You're not going to actually delve into the fucking tools.
It's a mask, yeah?
You're just prolonging it. You're not going to get it out.
So for me, again...
That monster. That monster's going to stay there.
Oh, mate,
It's
honestly, that fucking monster. That guilt and shame spiral, I've been in it. I've been in that trench, that emotional trench, because it felt safe, but all I was doing was giving up my resilience, giving up my confidence.
Giving up you.
Giving up my fucking life, mate.
Yeah. And all them people around you, they need you.
Yeah.
And you're letting them down.
And you need yourself as well.
You're letting them down. You're letting them down.
Yeah, and I think, for me, I'm not really going to change what we're doing here. But, again, the reason I've invited you down is because I value what you're doing. I know that you've gone through hardship, mate, and I respect what you've done with your life and how you've moved through that. So, yeah, you've there's something, mate, inspirational.
But what I will say is, I don't always stay there.
None of us do we?
I fucking keep on going down a bit. But now I've got knowledge and I know I'm fucking slipping. So I'm like, wait a minute, can someone fucking come over here? I'm fucking slipping.
Yeah.
And then I'm quite happy to get a bit teary then.
Yeah.
Because I don't care anymore.
No, I don't
I'm
give
not
a
the
shit.
fucking big fucking SF dude. I don't give a shit.
No, I don't care either.
No, I'm a fucking man
Yeah.
is from a caveman. I'm sure a fucking caveman cried.
Yeah, of course
You know
they
what I
did.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And everyone around me, I'm supporting them. But if I go down, I've let everybody down.
Yeah. That's
Innit? I've let people down.
Especially, I mean, 'cause your kids are, how old are your kids?
15 and 18, you know.
Yeah, so they're at a really important stage.
Yeah, they're at crossroads.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned earlier on, they're always looking. So even if we think we're not teaching or,
They're learning from
or
us.
mentoring,
They're learning from us. They're watching us.
They're picking us apart
Yeah.
constantly, and they're remembering, oh, fucking dad did it that way.
Yeah.
And they'll think, oh, that's the right way. But really, it's not the right way. I was having a shit day that day, and I did something I shouldn't have. So to try and fix that's not going to be a quick fix.
No.
So try and do obviously the best we can. But
So in a space where we share our authentic selves, no one's winning all the time.
No.
That's not real. In a space where we're able to talk about where we're at emotionally, we're able to pick up new strategies, we're able to get
the tools we need.
the tools and for longevity.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when and it's one of the analogies I use is like, we fall into that pit, and the first time is the hardest bit to get out. But we can see earlier. We've got an early warning system when we know we're going into this. So we've got strategies. One of them strategies is dead simple, like you say. I need a bit of support. If you haven't got people that you love and trust on standby, you're fucked, in
You just jump in it.
And that is everything that we're trying to achieve. So we just get it out there. That's what this is about.
Yep.
And if you are a veteran out there, what we're going to say to them?
Put your hand up if you need it.
Yeah, and turn up. Turn up to something or start something like this, and be part of the cure, which is community. The community it's the antidote. It's the antidote to the mental health problem that we've got, is being more human, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, whatever we were taught, mate, growing up 70s and 80s. What we learn from watching, because you can't blame anyone. Yeah.
No.
It's just.
It was
part of life, yeah.
We wasn't in the room playing on whatever. We was out learning life skills.
Yeah. We were fortunate, I think.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. So, what's kind of been your biggest takeaway from turning up, having a chat with the lads, and just seeing what we're doing down here in the Midlands?
Well, I'm going to go back. I've got my first meet in a couple of weeks in an outdoor area, which is Kidby Canal Sea Cadets and Marine Cadets. So it's a safe area, and that's where I started that's where I found my tribe. That's where I started it.
Cadet as well, mate.
Yeah.
I was there, cadet.
And I was there a couple of weeks ago, and I hadn't been there for 40 years, and I felt so comfortable.
Wow.
And the memories, you know.
Yeah.
And looking at the community of cadets then, I'm looking around and thinking, this is working, you know. And if it's working yet again, and at that age group, why can't we just pick that up and put us back into it, you know?
I'm 100%, mate, with you.
Why can't we do that?
Bit of structure and framework for the support, you know, like systems and processes, which, you know, I've been developing for the last couple of decades, working with people, knowing there's that safe space and fun and recreation, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, some of the laughs we have here, honestly,
And,
it's like an ab workout, and it's just being able to let that out.
Let down your barrier,
Yeah.
and then when you leave that place, fresh, and ready to take the world on again.
Massive reset, mate.
Yeah.
A lot of the lads have said that even one overnighter a month is a huge reset. And let's face it, you want to be going
clean
back
again, aren't you? You're clean again.
You want to be going back to your family.
Fucking smile out.
Yeah, to your work.
I'm good again.
Refreshed and recharged.
I'm back in the room.
Mega. Dude.
Nice one.
Fantastic. Love it. Right, everyone out there, just to reiterate what we said, if you're a veteran, get in touch with me or Pasha, especially if you're local up sort of the Scunthorpe area or East Midlands. And tap us up for some information, advice. If you want to start your own thing up, we're here, aren't we? We're here for it. Okay.